Mike Cherry, the national chairman of the Federation for Small Business, outlined exactly what UK companies want from the final Brexit deal. Mr. Cherry also revealed what small businesses in Britain are looking forward to once the UK has cut ties with the European Union. Speaking exclusively to Express.co.uk, Mr. Cherry said, "We always get asked the question about individual bits of regulation. Of course, it is not necessarily the regulation per se. The important thing to recognize is that it is often the accumulative burden of regulation in the amount of time it takes the business owner or manager away from actually getting on with doing their business." Express Getty Brexit News. Mike Cherry explained how small businesses in the UK want to cut EU red tape. "We need to be looking to see how that can be changed post-Brexit. I think we will certainly be lobbying the government where we possibly can to benefit businesses, more generally and particularly Federation for Small Business members." The national chairman of the Federation for Small Business also outlined exactly what they are calling for in the final Brexit deal. "There are 4 things that need to come out of this," he said. "First and foremost, as free as access for our members as possible. The important thing to recognize is that it is often the accumulative burden of regulation." Mike Cherry, FSB chairman. "Secondly, we still need the right people, with the right skills for the right jobs, not just the high-skilled, that's the medium-skilled, who are important to at least a fifth of our members. Thirdly is obviously around EU structural funds. Over £3 billion has been provided by those funds and we need to see those replaced but also refocused so those small businesses actually get the support they need and not just the business that already has the resource to enable that to happen. Of course, although we start from a position of equivalence, from those businesses dealing back here solely in the UK or to other markets outside of the EU, regulation, that is a big one, and of course it's the accumulation of regulation that takes time away from a business person doing their business. The government has suggested Britain will stay aligned to the US regulation in some sectors post-Brexit and will use an independent arbitration mechanism to handle disputes. During his Vienna speech in February, the Brexit secretary called for mutual recognition between 2 regulatory regimes which would avoid trade barriers. David Davis said, "We start from a position of total alignment. With unprecedented experience in working with one another's regulators and institutions. The agreement we strike will not be about convergence but what we do when one of us chooses to make changes to our rules."